What's the smartest revenge you ever got that actually worked? When I started my dream job at this tech startup, my older brother, who's always been the golden child, suddenly wanted to be best friends again. We hadn't talked much since high school because he was always the smart one, the successful one, the one my parents bragged about at dinner parties while I sat there eating in silence. But when I got hired at his company as a junior developer, he started inviting me to lunch, showing me around, telling everyone how proud he was of his little sister. And I thought maybe we could finally have a real relationship. But looking back now, I should have known something was off. He kept asking weird questions about my projects, my code, my ideas, and he'd always volunteer to help me debug or review my work, which I thought was sweet because big brother looking out for me. He'd lean over my shoulder during code reviews, take photos of my whiteboard diagrams, and always insisted on emailing himself copies of my documentation just in case something happened to my files. But then one day, I was working late and I saw him at his computer across the office. His screen showed my project files, and he was copying my code into his own repository, line by line. And when I got closer, I realized he wasn't just copying. He was submitting my algorithms to the patent office under his name. So I confronted him right there and he didn't even deny it. He just laughed and said, "Welcome to the real world, little sister. Ideas don't matter, only execution does. Besides, who's going to believe the junior developer over the senior architect?" And the next morning, he presented my machine learning algorithm to the board and got promoted to senior architect with a corner office and a $50,000 raise while. But I didn't quit or cry or report him because that's exactly what he expected me to do. Instead, I smiled and congratulated him and asked if he needed help with his new responsibilities. I played the supportive little sister perfectly, helping him prepare presentations and even volunteering to handle his overflow work. But the whole time, I was documenting everything. Every stolen line of code, every presentation he gave using my ideas, every email where he claimed credit for my innovations. I started keeping a secret folder with timestamps, screenshots, version histories, and even recordings of our conversations where he admitted to taking my work. And then came the company's biggest opportunity, a client presentation worth $20 million. And of course, he volunteered to lead it using what he called his revolutionary AI framework, which was actually everything I'd been working on for over a year. But here's what he didn't know. I had built a backdoor into every single algorithm he stole, a little piece of code that would activate if anyone tried to use my work without proper attribution. So the night before his big presentation, I activated every single backdoor I had planted. And when he started his demo in front of the CEO, the board, and the potential client, everything crashed spectacularly. But not just crashed, it displayed a message in bright red letters that said, "This code was stolen from employee ID 4891, which was my employee number." And then it started playing an automated slideshow of every email, every file, every timestamp proving he had stolen my work. The room went completely silent, but that wasn't even the best part, because while everyone was staring at the screen in complete shock, I stood up calmly and said, "I can fix this." And I pulled out my laptop and rebuilt the entire demo live in front of everyone. The client was so impressed, they started asking me technical questions directly, ignoring my brother completely. And my brother tried desperately to say it was all a misunderstanding, that we worked together as a team. But I had screenshots of him telling his drinking buddies that his dumb little sister was finally useful for something. When HR investigated, they didn't just fire him, they sued him for intellectual property theft. The lawsuit made the local tech news, and his reputation in the industry was completely destroyed. And now, he works at a call center making minimum wage while I'm the youngest CTO in my new company's history.